everybody, this is Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Today I've got an experiment in gardening and letting nature help me. We put this bed up days ago. I can't even remember. I had it on video the day we did it. I showed it on video, and I came out here with a garden hose and tried to water this down so I could plant my root vegetables in here. And I tried for must have been 15, maybe 20 minutes. I soaked it again and again and again. I'd wait for the water to sink in, at least it looked like it was sinking in, and I'd hit it again. And then when I scraped off the top, maybe 1/16 of an inch surface, it was dust all the rest of the way down. It was dust. We have a very sandy soil here, which is, we've been amending it. This is from our garden, but I took more of the sandy stuff for this bed, for the root vegetables, because they prefer that that type of soil. Well, anyway, it wouldn't take water, so I waited for a thunderstorm last night to come along, and now it's wet all the way down. Sorry. I think I got a fly. They like to go inside you. So now we have pre-watered, ready to go, and I have my seeds here. I'm not going to let you sit here and watch me go through and plant every one of these, but I'm going to go through. I've got some cherry bell radishes, French breakfast radishes, white icicle radishes, Detroit dark red beets, early wonder, especially because we're late in the season. Got Danvers carrots, short and sweet carrots. Got some purple kohlrabi, parsnips, which I love, and some your typical white and purple turnips. So I'm going to start out with the shorter season stuff up front, going back to the longest growing season in the back, which would be my parsnips. And that way we'll have continuously harvesting food here and not disturb the longer slow growing vegetables in the back. When I'm done planting, I got a tarp ready to cover this up to hold the moisture, because guaranteed if I don't, this will be scorched dry by the end of today. So I'm going to get planting. Now what I have, I took my earliest grower, which is 22 days to harvest, cherry bell radishes. Ooh. And I've punched them in with a stick to 1/2 inch deep, which is recommended, and I put a little finger dip on top so I know where I've left off. I had one oddball, so I put him in the middle here. And we'll close this one up and get on to the next radish, which is a French breakfast, which is 23 days to harvest.
Oh, yum, yum in my tummy.
And I don't think you're going to like radishes. We're going to put a row here, and then we've got the white icicle, which is 28 days to harvest. And we're going to continue on just like that with our planting, so everything's in order, and everything is going to stay in order in my hand. I've got them all like this, so I know exactly what I've got in my rows later on. All I have to do is pick up the stack of bags and say, oh yeah, this was this, this was this. So everything's going to stay in the order I planted them in my stack.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I'm going to carry on.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I'm only to here so far, maybe 2.5 feet out of a 3 foot, maybe out of an 8 foot bed. No, not quite. Maybe 24 inches. Anyway, I've already got all but 3 packs of seeds in. So I've got the 3 different types of beets, and then I'll have to check my list. I've got, 2 different radishes, and then rutabaga and turnips. Already done. I've spaced them. I put a little dip over each one, so when I do water this, the water will go into that hole and hopefully wet the plant. And as you can see, it's already turning to dust. Look at this. As I work, the sun on this sandy soil just sucks the moisture out, and it's very windy. So when I'm done, I'm going to wet this down one more time. Here, this is turning to dust. I'm going to wet this down one more time, soak it thoroughly, and then put the tarp on. But got to work fast because that sun is coming up. Look here, it's dry dust already. Really have to work fast on this sandy soil. But hopefully with this idea I've got, it's going to turn out very well this year. I've never had root vegetables grow on this property yet, because you cannot just direct plant and then leave it. They won't germinate. It's impossible. Now I put 2 rows of carrots. I dog tracked to the side a little bit. The deer flies and horse flies are getting pretty vicious, and off doesn't seem to want to stop them. So I've got a little bit of spacing there. I've put 2 rows of carrots of the early ones, and then I've got the short ones. So I've got the Danvers I'm putting in. I'll get another 2 rows of them, and then we'll see what we got left after the turnips. I think we're going to have half the bed to where we can put some potatoes in, and that's good. This will all be root vegetables here. Now I'm down to my final one, the parsnips. Now with the carrots, I planted a 1/2 inch, and I dropped in a couple seeds per hole in case some didn't make it, and the seeds were so tiny it was really hard to work with. Now with the parsnips, they're a lot bigger seeds, so they're easier to deal with. I'm only putting 1 per hole. Now I'm going to do 2 rows of parsnips, maybe 3 or 4. I will see how it goes because I really love the parsnips. They are a longer growing vegetable, so there isn't going to be any successive planting of these. So we'll see what I got left for carrots when I'm done, or for potatoes when I'm done. I thought I had a lot more space a minute ago, but when I started putting these in, I'm realizing that if I'm going to go with the quantity, and these have a wider spacing in between plants, it makes a fat difference on that. Really big difference when you start to put them in. I went and put potatoes in anyway. Last minute decision. I was going to grab the garden hose and I thought, you know what, I've got the potatoes, I've got the space, finish this row and be done with it. So now I'm going to water it down and cover the seed half with the tarp. I got this really awesome watering handle. There's a valve on here and it's beautiful for this. I love it. Now all those little dips I put in there hopefully will take on the water for me and wet that all down really well. That's the plan anyway. See, hopefully I can fill those little low spots up. Now that the soil has been wet by the rain anyway, I'll let that soak a minute and I'll hit it again 2 or 3 times before I cover it. But now that it's been wet by the rain anyway, it should soak in the moisture better. Yeah, it's going in way faster now. You can see it soaking in. So, I think we're looking good. All right, well there it is. See that soaking in. Now I'm not going to cover the potatoes because I don't know if that'll cause rot or not, and I can just water them as needed. They're a lot deeper in the soil, so it's not going to dry out as fast. But this front section I'm absolutely covering up now. Maintain that moisture in here. And if my plan and my ideas are right, we will have some great root vegetables this season. like I haven't been able to grow since we moved here. That will be nice. It just dries out way too bad here. Alright, and then I'm going to put some weights on that across the top boards so that it can't squish down on the plants and can't blow up on me. I'll get a longer one for over there. Well, there it is, guys. Can't see it because of the sun, I think. Get down here, there's the potato bed. And there's the other root vegetables. We'll expose them every few days and see when they sprout. And then when they're growing, we'll take the cover off. For now, that's it for this video. Please like this video and subscribe if you haven't, because you never know what's coming to the homestead tomorrow, and I've got some really cool and exciting videos to come. I've merged my tactical channel with my main channel, so we've got some survival and preparedness videos coming. I've got a lot of stuff to share with you. Talk to you all later.